This evening on ENN Tonight.
Elon's tuition will increase by $2,300 in the 2025-2026 school year.
President Trump has signed an executive order to remove diversity, equity, and inclusion policies from government agencies.
And a deep dive into what the TikTok ban and extension mean for the United States.
Anytime a president of the United States ignores the three branches of government, that is not a good thing.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight
starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Abby Gravely.
And I'm Abigail Hines.
Elon University has announced a 3.81% tuition increase for the upcoming 2025-2026 academic year. Our Alice Morrissey has more on the story.
In an email sent to the Elon Community, University President Dr. Connie Book announced an additional $2,300 added to yearly tuition. The funds will be used to better staff and students' experiences, according to Janet Williams, Elon's Vice President of Finance.
A 2% performance increase for our faculty and staff. There are benefit cost increases as well. We've also had several increases in areas that students have asked us to do. Students have asked us to have free laundry across campus.
For some students, like freshman Caitlin Landry, the announcement comes with some stress.
So my initial thought was I was kind of distraught and a little bit kind of like disappointed because tuition, in my opinion, is already very high.
Compared to Elon's 15 peer universities with similar size, scope, and resources, Elon remains a cheaper option. However, for out-of-state students, Elon ranks as one of the most expensive universities in North Carolina. Regardless, Williams urges students not to worry.
Our financial aid office is available and willing to talk to them to recalculate what their financial need is and what their financial award could be. So I encourage students to talk to the financial aid office and to go through that exercise with them.
Alice Morrissey, ENN Tonight.
For more about how Elon's tuition compares to other schools in North Carolina and across the country, we have Nia Bedard live in studio.
Thank you, Abby. With Elon's tuition increasing 3.81% for the 2025-26 academic year, this is the first time tuition has increased by less than 4% since the 2021-22 academic year. Behind me, you can see the increase of Elon University's tuition since 2000, which has increased by almost 243% in the last 25 years. Now here you can see a breakdown of where this increase in tuition is going, according to Elon University, with 50% going to salaries and benefits, 16% going towards scholarships, and 13% going to operations, with the other 15% going to auxiliary costs, electricity, and much more. Next, you can see how Elon University compares to its 15 peer institutions. This is a group of institutions that Elon's long-range planning committee feels as if it compares to Elon based on size, scope, and resources. And as you can see, we're on the lower end of cost of attendance, only being more expensive than James Madison and Marquette University. However, when you look at how Elon compares to the top 16 schools in North Carolina, Elon is the 4th most expensive school in the state, according to U.S. News & World Report. That's all I have for you. Now, back to you at the desk.
For more on the tuition increase, visit our website at elonnewsnetwork.com.
President Trump signed executive orders that aim to end diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, programs within the government. This order is also turning its attention to ending DEI within private companies and institutions. Elon's Vice President for Inclusive Excellence, Randy Williams, told ENN that the university is keeping a close watch on how this might affect higher education, stating, "How the current administration's executive orders will translate into specific requirements and impacts for colleges and universities remain unknown, and I understand how many people in our campus community may feel uncertain and anxious about the implications of these executive orders. While consulting with the rest of Elon's leadership team, I am monitoring developments, receiving updates, and continually reviewing these executive orders and their potential impacts and process implications." The town of Elon's Diversity, Equity, and Belonging group came together, hoping to find a possible solution on how to handle these DEI changes. Elon freshman and member of the town of Elon's DEB committee, Timothy Oligino, said that after much debate, he wants to continue what Elon has been doing for years, Olaigino said that he hopes Elon University will see no changes for the worst when it comes to DEI.
Elon itself is very diverse, so my hope, I'm not sure, but my hope is that they will continue to support their students because the importance of DEIB initiatives was there before President Biden, before President Obama, and I think it's still there, during President Trump's term. So I think in that sense, my hope is that we continue, like I said in the meeting, we continue to, doing what we've been doing to find that support for people. I think it's going to be interesting with the committee. I think the federal government has a stance on not having committees like this, but I think Elon Township is unique because we are made up of a very diverse group of people.
The DEB committee said that they plan to keep their inclusive celebrations all the same and do more when it comes to getting their name out there.
As time ticks on, President Trump's 75-day extension for TikTok, millions are wondering about the fate of the app and the precedent that the ban may set. TikTok has been unavailable to download from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store since the platform's original ban on January 19th. Last spring, Biden signed the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, which gave TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, until January 19, 2025, to sell the platform to an American-owned entity. Under Trump's recent executive order, he advised the U.S. Attorney General to not enforce the ban, giving the app more time to find a new owner. Elon professor Israel Balderas has been outspoken about the impact the executive order and ban could have on future interpretation of the First Amendment. Balderas says Trump's executive order ignored the actions of the other two branches of government entirely.
This is not about a social media app. This is about how my students, my kids, the future of leadership in America, how are they going to fight the system? How are they going to fight the government? Because what I'm hoping is they see this and they go, if we don't fight for the First Amendment now, slowly and surely, we're going to lose this right.
To read more from ENN's interview with Israel Balderas, pick up a copy of The Pendulum this Wednesday.
The town of Elon has submitted a federal grant proposal to redevelop Haggard Avenue. The project, which would include adding sidewalks to promote pedestrian and cyclist safety, is estimated to cost $7.6 million. The plan comes as a result of multiple accidents along Haggard involving pedestrians and will prioritize lowering speeds and promoting right-of-way clarity. According to town manager Rich Rodner, the redevelopment would be one of the biggest installation projects in town history.
I'm live in McKinnon Hall giving you updates on the Black History Month kickoff event and upcoming celebrations this month.
And a look into our Phoenix 5-day forecast after the break.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
there's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
To kick off the week, let's check in with Mackenzie Cruz live from Citroen Plaza with a look at our Phoenix 5-day forecast.
Thanks, Abby. Despite Punxsutawney Phil's prediction, this is going to be quite a warm week here at Elon. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight will be a low of 45 with a bit of a breeze. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 71. Wednesday will cool down with a high in the mid-40s and cloudy skies. Back up to 66 on Thursday with passing showers and some wind throughout the day. More sunshine on Fridays with a high of 67 and a low of 45. And finally, Saturday will have a high in the mid-60s and cloudy skies. North Carolina has overlapping pollen seasons with high pollen counts in our area. Trees will start releasing pollen in late February to early March and last until June. If you're afflicted by seasonal allergies, I suggest starting allergy medications now. In the next week or two. Taking medication before your symptoms start can actually help alleviate them in the long run. That's all I have for now. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mackenzie. After the cold weather we had this J-term, it's good to hear that some warmer weather's around the corner.
This February kicks off Black History Month, and Elon is celebrating with several events, starting with a kickoff festival tonight in McKinnon Hall from 5:30 to 7, and ending with the Black Solidarity Conference on February 28th. Other events include a Tiny Shelf concert, Black Table Talk, Legacy in Motion, Health Healing, a basketball recognition game where Elon's women's basketball faces off against Delaware, a carnival celebration, and a movie screening of Shift, Everybody's Work. And live from the Black History Month kickoff is ENN's Alice Morrissey. Alice, what's going on over there?
I'm here at McKinnon Hall, where we're here at the Black History Month kickoff event, and as you can see, the energy in this room is just electric. Behind me is a student fashion show honoring Black influence and legacy in pop culture, such as music, fashion, technology. We just heard from speakers about how community is important now more than ever. With tensions rising, the theme this year is "This is how we do it," honoring Blackness through innovation, influence, and legacy. There are food, music, booths, lots of good stuff, and as you can see, people here are having a really great time. This is not the only upcoming event this month, though. There will be a Tiny Shelf concert hosted by the Creed in the Belk Library featuring Elon's Jazz Studies Department. Later this month, there will be a bigger carnival celebration right back here in McKinnon Hall. There'll be games, music, food, all kinds of activities. Later, to end up the month, there will be a Black Solidarity Conference hosted in Moseley. This aims to unite both Black students, staff, and community members looking to find connection through their shared intercultural experiences. Behind me, there's a Black fashion show happening, as I mentioned earlier, with students entering their own designs and influences. As you can see, people are really into it with the crowd cheering and the music blaring. The energy in this room is amazing. There's so much love and support. Back to you at the desk.
The Alamance County Community Remembrance Coalition is an organization working to confront the past and build a more just future in Alamance County. ENN's Angelina Fantaroni has the coalition's mission moving forward.
The Alamance County Community Remembrance Coalition strives to transform the community through education, events, and partnerships with groups like the Equal Justice Initiative in Alabama.
They've been guiding
coalitions into existence for 6 or 7 years now, I believe. And so they had some pretty strong guidance about how coalitions come together.
There have been 3 known lynchings in Alamance County, something that the coalition brings awareness to.
We collected soil, we had opportunity to put our hands in that soil and to have sort of ceremony around that.
They work closely with the community at locations like the African American Cultural Arts and History Center and even Elon University.
We take that pilgrimage to Alabama, and that also brings this to life for me as well as we travel in Montgomery, in Tuskegee, in Selma, in Birmingham, all those places.
The members of the coalition say that they appreciate the inclusivity and acceptance within the group.
This group it's a small group, but it's people who really care about what is happening in this country, what's happening in Alamance County. It's people who want to tell these stories for the betterment of all, and they're just good people.
Angelina Fancheroni, ENN Tonight.
A vigil for Wyatt Outlaw, an Alamance County lynching victim, will be held on February 23rd in Graham, and a statewide gathering for different coalitions will be held in Chapel Hill in March. For more information about the coalition, you can visit elonnewsnetwork.com. Elon in LA continues to face struggles due to the fires sweeping across the western coast. Our Alice Morrissey has the story.
Elon and LA students both past and present grapple with the devastation of the fires across the Los Angeles area and the changes they bring to the learning environment.
Was heartbreaking seeing so many of these places around LA that we'd go visit and grow to love just go up in flames.
Students staying on campus in Elon and LA made the hard choice to evacuate as fires spread throughout the area. One class affected was Professor Alyssa Martinez's J-term Gateway to Business class.
Our first full week there, these fires emerged in the Palisades and in the Eden fire near Pasadena, and we could see them from our rooftop of the Elon residence.
Regardless of the fires, Martinez says her and her students still managed to make the most out of their trip.
This really showed how if you have the right team in place, you can get through almost any crisis.
Both students and staff remain positive when it comes to LA, encouraging the community to rebuild.
While the fires are very, very sad, it gives the opportunity to build new things and have even more to experience in LA.
Alice Morrissey, ENN Tonight.
To stay updated on Elon in LA and the fire's impacts, check out our website at elonnewsnetwork.com.
I'm here live outside Star Center to talk about a weekend full of Elon basketball.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee," every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Our Miles Hayford is at Shar Center to talk about a weekend full of Elon basketball and how the men's and women's team performs in a 4-day home stretch. I went to the men's basketball game on Saturday night where they pulled out a win, which was actually our head coach's 250th win in his career. However, the other 3 games here in this home stretch were not wins for the Phoenix. However, there were 3 other home games. It's a big step for the program. On Saturday night, they got their 15th win, the most in a season since 2014-2015. It's a big step for the program as it looks to close out its 3rd season under head coach Billy Taylor, with the win marking this season as one of the most successful in Elon's history. Taylor said that they are happy about this accomplishment, but not satisfied. Miles Hayford has more.
Thanks, Abby. I'm here outside Char Center, where we have seen tons of wins over the last few months from Elon basketball. Their teams are coming off 4 days of basketball over a 4-day stretch here. The men are 1-1 against Northeastern and Hofstra over the last few days, including on Saturday night, where they beat Northeastern to get their 15th win of the season, the most in a season since the 2014-15 season. It's a big step for the program as they look to close out their 3rd season under head coach Billy Taylor. It was also the 250th career win of Billy Taylor. Taylor said that the accomplishment makes them happy, but they are not satisfied. They will play 3 more home games here at Char Center before heading to Washington, D.C. for the conference tournament to play for a bid to the NCAA tournament. The women are also having success here and are 11-9 on the season. The bright spot of the team is Jada Angel, who has been named CAA Rookie of the Week 4 times. On Friday, they lost to William & Mary after trying to make a late comeback, but 23 turnovers and 11 straight missed shots to open the 4th quarter made the loss come. And then on Sunday, they lost to Monmouth 54-47 to create a 3-game losing streak. The Phoenix started off strong, but are now on a 3-game losing streak. They will look to bounce back.
I literally am so red. It looks like I'm about to pass out.
Now
It's
to
hot
Keithan
in there.
Gandhi for a snapshot of the latest men's game.
The Phoenix now sit roughly middle of the pack in the CAA. They look to keep building momentum on the road to Washington, D.C. Keithan Gandhi has more.
Entering a self-proclaimed do-or-die game against the Northeastern Huskies, the Phoenix had one word in mind: aggression. Elon played with tenacity, and despite struggling to score in the first half, they roughly doubled the Huskies in rebounds.
We've seen over and over, it's key for our team, it's key for our success. It's no secret, when we rebound the ball at a high level, we win games.
Success on the glass led way to an offensive explosion. Big man Matthew Van Komen dominated, finishing with 14 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks.
We're 2 in the hole, so we had to come out strong or else it's going to be a long rest of the season. So we had to put our foot on the gas and just grind through it.
Van Komen's stellar game, alongside strong showings from Nick Dorn and TK Simpkins, earned the Phoenix a 71-60 victory. With the win, Billy Taylor hit a career mark of 250 wins.
I'm grateful for the journey that I've been on with these young men and how I've been able to impact lives and win some games along the way. And certainly we got a lot more to achieve this year.
The Phoenix now sit roughly middle of the pack in the CAA. They look to keep building momentum on the road to Washington, D.C. Kathan Gandhi, ENN Tonight.
Elon's next game will be at Campbell University on Thursday, February 6th. Stay tuned for what 6 more weeks of winter means for North Carolina.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Punxsutawney Phil sees his shadow. This means he is predicting 6 more weeks of winter. This year, Punxsutawney Phil and his wife Phyllis celebrate their first year with 2 new pups. The Punxsutawney Phil Facebook page states that the babies, Sunny and Shadow, can be seen through the viewing window at the Punxsutawney Memorial Library's zoo. This year marks the 130th time the famous groundhog is searching for his shadow, according to the Pennsylvania Tourism Office. Sunday morning, Punxsutawney Phil wakes up to see his shadow, saying that winter is staying around. Although Punxsutawney Phil did see his shadow, the longer winter prediction should be looked at through another lens.
Last night was one of the biggest nights of the year for the music industry. ENN's Rachel Holly joins us live in studio to talk through reactions on social media about what happened throughout the event.
Thanks, Abby. Tonight's social media recap is all about the Grammys. The 67th Annual Grammy Awards were hosted by comedian Trevor Noah for the 5th time in a row. Before the awards started, Kanye West and his wife Bianca Censori, who weren't invited to the ceremony, showed up unannounced to the red carpet. While on the carpet, his wife dropped the black coat she was wearing with nothing but a sheer mini dress underneath, leaving her completely naked. The couple then continued to be escorted away by security. And Jaden Smith arrived in the most unique outfit in the house. As far as the awards themselves, Sabrina Carpenter won her first and second Grammy with her Short and Sweet album for Best Pop Vocal Album, and her single Espresso won Best Pop Solo Performance. The Best New Artist was awarded to Chappell Roan, making this her first Grammy as well. Alicia Keys made a powerful statement when accepting her Global Impact Award, saying, quote, "DEI is not a threat, it's a gift. And the more voices, the more powerful the sound." The show provided a QR code where funds could be submitted to help support those affected by the LA wildfires, which caused some backlash on social